Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman, and we're broadcasting from the John Bragg Building of the Scott Borchetta College of Media and Entertainment. Earlier this year, MTSU celebrated Scott Borchetta's partnership with the college by renaming this entire place after him. The Big Machine CEO and founder shared with us his vision for the college and why he chose to get involved with MTSU. Scott, the day has arrived.
Here we are.
Here we are. Let's talk about the excitement. This has got to be for you personally. I know we're excited at the university. How does it feel to make this big news finally out in the open?
Well, you know, we've been planning this for so long, and this thing called COVID got in the way.
Yeah, I heard of that.
So the anticipation has been incredible. And so the day's finally here, and we're so excited about it, and really can't wait to get started.
So Scott, let's talk about how this began. Why MTSU, and how did those steps happen to make this possible?
Well, the path to here is really, it started with Beverly Keel, and we were on the CMA board together, and of course she's such a powerful force here at the college. And we started talking about, you know, what we had achieved, and, you know, would this be the time to really start thinking about legacy? Because I honestly don't. I do the work, and legacy to me is for everyone else. And I don't mean that cavalier, I just don't worry about it. You know, I've always thought if we do good work, people will know about it. Seeing everything that had come out of here, and really I felt I could help deliver the message in an even louder way of all the great students, all the alumni, all the Grammy winners, and the songwriters and artists and great executives that have come out of here, and meeting with Beverly and Dr. Sidney McPhee on really how could we do this? How could we lift up MTSU? And I think we hit on a beautiful plan to really make more noise about what an incredible college this is.
Well, I know you said it's not about legacy, but let's talk a little bit about legacy. It's hard not to have a sense of pride for not only your accomplishments, but also what this means for your family, having a named college on this campus. Reflect a little bit about that. What does it mean for you personally and for your family?
You know, I think it's really just starting to wash over me. You know, you get so focused on the mission. Let's get this done. And now it's like, this is very real. And it's something that my family can always be proud of. And, you know, we never really dreamed this big to, wow, we'll have a college named after me and after us, because it is, nobody does this by themselves. You have to have incredible support. You know, if it wasn't for my wife, Sandy, and my father, Mike, and several other people who lifted me up when I needed to lift up and supported the dream even more, you know, this is a dream realized.
Mm-hmm. Scott, you've had a lot of dreams. I mean, a lot of things that people would never see in one career, you've managed to combine one after another. Talk about all of your interests. I mean, race car driver, musician, music label CEO, and now patron of a college.
You know, as far as music and racing, they were really two parallels that I grew up with. And, you know, we've been so blessed with the record side of things. And the racing side of things we don't really talk about a lot, but we've been a sponsor on 3 different Indy 500 winners. You know, I personally have won national championships, and it's really such a great passion, and it's not a business. And, you know, I'm really not looking for racing to be a business. It's more my happy place. But, you know, I think it goes back to really an ethos of, if we're going to do this, let's do this at the highest level. We didn't come here to run around the back of the field. We didn't come here to run around the bottom of the chart. We came here to have #1 records and win races.
Mm-hmm. And plus, I left out a very important one, a pretty doggone good distillery too.
I recommend, if you haven't had our latest Borchetta bourbon release, you should absolutely indulge.
And that name, of course, is on the Music City Grand Prix, which you have had quite a history of not only supporting, but restoring to its glory.
Yeah, we're very proud of the fact that we were able to be a big part of bringing IndyCar back to Nashville and Middle Tennessee. And those are not easy things to do. Those are Mount Everest in a row that you have to climb. And Roger Penske, who is the owner of IndyCar and Indianapolis Motor Speedway, we convinced him that we were worth a chance and worth a try. And here we are going into our 5th year of the Borchetta Bourbon Music City Grand Prix.
We pride ourselves at MTSU of changing the trajectory of students' lives for the better. We've got hardworking students. You're a hardworking guy. Talk about some of the things that you've had to overcome. You mentioned racing, catastrophic accident that you in your own words said should have taken your life. You came back from that. You built a brand. You built all of these things. Talk about that determination that's allowed you to kind of see the success and see the results of that success.
All I know is what we do. I can't say, well, we're going to be more determined today. We just have this sense of, I kind of equate everything we do of, is there an open lane? Is there an open lane in the record business? Is there an open lane in the racing business, in the distillery business? Everything that we look at, what is that open lane? I will drive faster into turn 1 than you will. So it's really that kind of, determination that is really just kind of ingrained. And unfortunately, my wife, Sandy's the same way. She's an unstoppable force. And so the two of us together, it's a lot. But I think it's kind of just, not to sound cavalier, it's just what we do. We never start something with the intent that it's not going to work. And that's not easy. I always say we work really hard to make it look really easy. It's not easy. Nothing's easy. And the record business doesn't get any easier. And so if you don't continue, I think this is very important and applicable to what's happening here today. You've always got to be a student of the game. Whatever game you're playing, if you don't continue to evolve and learn, you will be left in the dust.
You've made it clear from the beginning that this is not going to be one of these things where you have a ceremony, smile and wave, and you'll retreat. You're going to be a part of the MTSU family. What are you hoping for our students to learn from you and your enterprises? What's the thing that you think that you can teach them about your life and your legacy and apply it to their careers?
I think it's inspiration first. I'm not the most technical person. I'm very gut feel with what we do, and Dad is always there. But if I can be an example of a kid who came from a lower middle class family out of Southern California to reach the heights that we have, it's really, not to sound cliche, but it's the American dream. We live in a country where you can dream big and achieve your dreams. So I think more than anything else, I hope that I can inspire these students to go all the way.
Wow. The Scott Borchetta College of Media and Entertainment at Middle Tennessee State University. The day has arrived. Scott, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Very proud day.